Hi. Welcome. Behold, tis programming time. And sorry to hear about your attendance, Bird. I guess that is sort of my fault for streaming on a Monday on short notice. Anyways, let me say welcome to everybody. Welcome Shadow Moon, Diablo, Cordama, Winder, Bird, Lady J. Did I get everybody? Welcome Russell. Hold on, let me fix the chat box. Test. That seems off somehow. Yeah, it should be a little higher, right? How did I break this? Let me fix this and then I will deal with hats. My brain is already somewhat stupid. Okay, I figured out what I need to do. Hold on. Test. Is that good? Is that okay? Seems a little large, but it's fine, I think. Have a nice sleep, Diablo. Let me get the hats now. Wonder why are they upside down? What do they even say? It says do your fucking daily something. Danja. Good thing I can read backwards. Welcome Fi Eyes Low. Indeed, I was literally just watching a grimy stream. It was painful for me to stop watching because it's very funny. The voices of the void stream is a real treat. Don't forget your dailies. Senpai. Maybe later we can. What on earth does that say? I can't read the last two words because the font is weird. Mana transfer, oh no. Not that. Listen, when she started screaming really loudly, I thought she was being attacked by the actual invisible alien in the game. No, she just saw a burger. Winder. Why does this one talk about the tummy incident? Yeah, the boxes keep jump scaring her. It's great. Anyways, today will be weird because it is programming time, but also, my brain does not work very well since it's the holidays. Let me get the music going. That seems appropriately volumed. What am I making? I have to go look at the to-do list. I will probably do a bunch of random things that won't even make sense. Lies of POs. I would go insane. Do you and me to go insane? I am already about to program. My brain is already going to ascend what is rational. Phone Y. There. Welcome boat. I am very lazy, so this will probably be like a half chatting, half programming stream. How many have I programmed? I have not done a single thing yet. Let's see. The most recent addition to the list is cars don't explode when they're supposed to always. Basically, if an NPC whacks a car, the car will not explode. It will be reduced to 1 health, and then if anything else touches it, it will then explode. Let me see if I can find out why. Is that what you wanted? Hold on, Notepad++ is in admin mode for some reason. Let me fix that. How did I get into programming? I wanted to run a Gary's mod server. A foolish decision. Now I need to figure out what function causes the car to explode. Also, I made a new playlist for these. It just has more music, some of which is not comfy. Well, this is the take damage function. Maybe I should show it on stream. There you go. Behold, this cuff. Maybe it's a damage type problem. This is Enscom to soundtrack. Alright, here's the problem. The NPCs must be doing crush damage. Or possible generic damage. So to fix this, I guess I just delete this part. Now to find a way to test this. I will have an NPC watch me get in this car, and thus, they will hate this car. Oh yeah, I made a new death screen. I'm not sure if it's working. Oh, they found something better to do. Welcome, Playergen. It's going pretty well. I have not fixed anything yet. Welcome, Christian. The nightcap is a hat routine. So the car is not at 0 health, otherwise it would have just exploded. Let's try this. Oh, she just ignored it. How about now? She seems to be having some car trouble. Is she capable of hitting this vehicle? Doesn't seem so. I have to go fix their attack range calculation thing. They just have the worst time hitting this car in particular. Also, apparently they can knock you down even if you're in a car. I'll have to fix that. Another thing on the to-do list, we have fixed -1 things today. These enemies, these are my respite NPCs. Or you mean like you haven't seen these respite ones yet? Indeed, I am still doing respite. What are my goals for the stream? I want to fix at least one bug. I would hopefully like to make the to-do list smaller, rather than larger. They didn't used to have these car punching problems. Why do they now? Shade is the name of this variant. The one that looks like this. They still don't seem to be able to actually destroy this car. I bet I just need to restart the server and damage is broken or something. Oh, you don't know respite? Then yeah, all of these are custom NPCs I've put together over the years for my custom game mode. Their models come from a variety of games and stuff since I am not a modeler. This guy is just a big zombie with some texture changes. This guy is a Silent Hill monster, I think. Who plays Respite now? Pretty much the same people. Maybe I just made cars indestructible. Yeah, I see what I did wrong. This list doesn't even really need to be here. This if statement, I mean. Kind of weird that it even is here. There we go. Cars properly destroyed. That's one thing fixed. Next, that bug I just discovered. where you can be knocked down if you are in a car. That Garfield abomination is a true monster. It scares me. Basically, I am just waiting for it to load now. Then we'll have two things to test. Another fix for this would be running death sound is a different way. So annoying though. Though, I really should standardize the death function. How was my Christmas? Pretty good. I got a nice heater so I am no longer freezing to death. I also got some nice shirts and a bunch of snacks. Let me get some snacks actually while I wait. Alright, time for testing. So, I want to not fall over when NPCs hit me in a car. Seems to be working. They can keep beating that up if they want. Next test. Will this man play death sounds? He did, I think. Let's make doubly sure he does. Why did you get an ad about a crypto scam? I don't even know why you're getting ads, to be honest. I didn't turn them on or anything. I think YouTube has decided that it wants to force ads into my content. Sorry about that. Huh, so it really just works, huh? To test the difference, I need the ragdoll to move really far away from me as soon as the dude dies. I am not stinky, I showered before stream. Let me pause the music so I can hear this. Hard to tell. Need a longer death noise perhaps. Doesn't seem to work. Maybe that was a pain noise though. Interesting. So it didn't work at all, even though the print statement suggests it did. My ad blocker still works, to be honest. Never even had a problem with it. I am not fatto or stinky, I am going to Minecraft you. Alright, let's see what's wrong with this code here. I changed the wrong pain sound code. How about this? Okay, it works. Did you hear how he died? Made a sound, and then as his corpse flew away, it became really quiet. That means it's working. It's also really funny. Am I crazy or is that like super good? Now we run into a problem where the pain sounds activate on death too, and they don't do this ragdoll thing. So, we should avoid making pain sounds if the NPC is dead, I guess. We can do that here. What a mess though. It's also a problem because the damage scaling stuff is down here. So it's hard to tell if the NPC is actually dead or not at this point. Needs restructuring. Restructuring. I do want to do a big rework of the NPCs and make them a lot cooler. But man, that's a lot of work. It wouldn't be as much of tidying up as let's redo like everything. For now, let's run a function and see what our health looks like when we die. I don't know why I said we. I am not dying. I hope. If you give me a deadline, I will cry. Yeah, he has full health, since the pain sound command runs before he die. So we should try to find where the damage is actually applied and run it there. I guess it's not actually in this function at all, which is honestly kind of a pain. The we thing is like a programmer problem. For some reason your brain just likes to phrase it like that for some reason. Thanks Windows. Why are you this way? Okay, so that's really annoying. I don't actually have the function that sets the health. That's summon scene Gary's mod base entity function. No, I use Windows because I like to play video games and most video games do not work on Linux. The badge is a membership badge. How much does streaming impact my productivity? It kind of depends. It helps in some ways, hurts in others. Well, everyone with a green name is a member, so they all have a badge. Badge. Like this. Okay. Still has full health during this function though. I might have to calculate some stuff. Yeah, I stream on Twitch once a week. How is it? It's about alright. I prefer YouTube mostly. That's why most of my streams are there. Twitch is nice because it lets me raid other people though. Don't do that much on YouTube because not a lot of people I know are on YouTube. Welcome DM. Merry Christmas. I am thinking this problem over. On take damage function runs before custom injure, and custom injure is where the damage modification actually happens. I am fixing a lot of very small things that pretty much nobody will notice but me. I will do some restructuring here to save my sanity. But first, a small amount of research. A lot of this is getting moved to the other function, because the other function runs first. But it's really easy for me to break things here, so I'll have to be a little careful about it. How is this not an infinite loop here actually? Maybe it is. What do you mean bloodletting? Are they allowed to let your blood? Alright, well, let's see if this breaks everything. Well, they still died and the server didn't crash. Good sign. Now whether or not to move these detection functions down there. I forgot to turn the music back on, whoops. Oh no, not Flippy. I don't like the way he looks at me. I am trying to think of a good way to do this, and I think I got a better idea. Most of it will go into the function that runs earlier. That just seems like a good idea to me. Do you take a class on coding or just I just know how? I learned through experience, and I also took classes. Basically, once you know how to program in general, it's a lot easier to pick up more programming languages. So even though I didn't learn how to program Gary's mod or other mods at college, it's pretty easy to figure it out once you have the structure. Clippy is mirrored. Scary. So this should make it so the pain sound does not play if the NPC is dead. Or rather, about to die, in a code sense. This code basically makes it so it alerts other NPCs when one of them makes a pain noise. It's kind of crude, but it does work. Well, if you don't know what you're doing, yeah, people do Google stuff to try to figure it out. But sometimes you program things that nobody has ever done before. So usually when I look stuff up, I am just looking at the documentation, basically. Now a lot of people use like I to help them figure out some tricky things. Looks like I fixed the small problem that only I notice. Now they only play death sounds on death, instead of also a pain sound. Other sounds, however, seem to linger, such as idle sounds. So now I need to figure out how to deal with that. We might need to make some kind of sound manager. Oh god, that's going to be such a pain. Hold on. But it will be kind of cool, since it would allow me to interrupt sounds. I just have to go figure out how to do that. This might turn out to be a lot bigger of a pain than I'd like it to be though. I am thinking about how I am going to do this and it is going to drive me completely insane. Actually, I might be able to do something a little sneaky. So sounds can be stopped, but only if you have the file path of the sound marked. So, if I just make some kind of system for keeping track of what sound is currently playing, to prevent overlap, I don't need to use the more complicated sound structure and can just use the current system. Now the hard part, what do I name this function? That's a temporary name, by the way. Well, an entity can make more than one sound at a time is the thing. Otherwise every footstep sound would stop every other sound. Naming functions is so annoying sometimes. That isn't quite right either. Good enough. We might need two functions and a table. I know all of how I want to do this, but I can't think of names for the variables, and that's the only thing holding me up. I am going insane. I was thinking of having it be like a queue, but that doesn't make a whole ton of sense. Realistically, pretty much every sound is going to overwrite the other ones. Pain, death, alert, should all overwrite idle. So maybe just a number system determining which sounds get overwritten. So a priority. Should sounds of the same priority overwrite one another? I guess so. No, I guess not. If it's playing an alert sound, and somehow, it plays another one, it would be weird to overwrite there. I hate the variable names. Why am I getting so stuck on variable names? We also have to deal with knowing when a sound is over or not. That will be really annoying, as it always is. An important event, I suppose. But in most cases, it will just be the current idle sound file was too long, and it decided to idle again. It's a case that will likely only be seen during errors, I guess. Yeah, we'll do it like this and see if we run into any funny behavior. Now, we just need to add another check, to see if the sound is over or not. I will code slowly because I will die. Now we need to check how long a sound file is, which probably won't work very cleanly. I don't even remember how to do that, to be honest. The wiki has reminded me of something. So this sound duration function only works for WAV files, haha. If it's MP3 or anything else, completely useless. So, that's a pain. I guess it will be fine, even if we don't know the lang, since sounds of the same priority overwrite themselves. But then, we have no way of knowing if we're allowed to make an idle sound after an alert sound. The current setup would result in an alert sound happening, and then an idle sound would never ever happen again. I wish they would just fix this stupid bug already. seriously, this has been broken for probably like a decade. There is a sound playing Boolean, but only if I set up the sound as a sound patch, which is a whole different pain. But also, it might just not work, I have no idea. But if I were to use sound patch, I would have to redo a whole lot of things here. I will probably have to do it though. Let's give it a try, I guess. It does mean I'll have to route a lot of things through this though. This is hell though. Since now I have to pass in all of this other data to get the volume and stuff set. Have to use my brain. I hate using my brain. All of this just to make a dude say oh. And interrupt his other weird noises. Which in practice, might not actually be good. This is all for an experiment to see if it's good or not. but, well, might as well give it a try. There are things I foresee being problems, but if they are problems I can still make use of the system itself. It's a huge pain though. This should work, maybe. Now to actually put these things in here. Ignore hit sounds and miss sounds since they're physics things mostly. I shouldn't have to worry about the audio channel. Probably. Idle sounds, lowest priority of 0. Attack sounds, pretty high. Attack sounds mean they are hitting you, so you want that to go through pretty much always. Death sounds, recently switched to go to the ragdoll. But if they don't, they can be the highest priority. pain sounds. I guess ought to. They can share priority with alert sounds. I guess. Alright, let's test it. I forgot to tell the sound to play. This is annoying the way this is set up. Let's try this now. Why? There. I can fix that. Okay, so we ran into the problem of it makes an alert sound and then never makes an idle sound again. Wow, wonderful, the is playing function is just useless. Lovely. Great. I am so happy we are incapable of fixing bugs like these after a decade of the game existing. That doesn't leave me with a lot of options. At least the DSP settings still work. Had to check that. Yeah, the documentation does not mention how this is playing function works at all. Basically, it just checks whether the sound is stopped or playing. Playing in the sense of you ran play on it and did not stop. But that also worries me in a garbage collection sense. Do sounds created in this way ever get cleaned up by the engine? I'll just have to do it in a scuffed way. We'll just have to assume that most of the files we use will either be WAVs, or end after about 10 seconds. Which is pretty scuffed. Every NPC can have like 30 of these. Because they are randomized sounds. Oh god, the pitch lowers or raises the sounds too. So I am going to have to multiply the pitch by that and hope the curtime function doesn't die. I am assuming this is how pitch works. That it's a percentage. but it might not be, and that will make this very inaccurate if so. Pitch is variable to by a small amount, to make every idle sound a little bit different from the last. Well, we don't need this to be a perfect, just good enough, so we'll see how it goes here. Now the structure is all messed up because I didn't intend of tracking durations like this. What a pain. Well, I do want the pitch to lengthen and shorten the sound files, since I use that to reuse sound files a lot. So a lot of monsters use the same sounds, but you wouldn't notice right away because it sounds pretty different. I don't like that. That will have to do. Cat. I don't know where to put my radar, so it goes here, I guess. Has making idle sounds again at least. Did I interrupt him? It seemed like I did. That's what I want. Let's try again. It sounds a bit bad sometimes. When 3 sounds get interrupted at once. So let's make alert a higher level than pain. So now he won't scream in pain, he'll be like, wow, you piece. What do you guys think? Is it better? Worse? Before, they would just make all of their sounds at once basically. Might still have a problem. Accidental capital. had a lot of pain sounds that didn't go through. Or rather, just one. Maybe I just shot him during another sound before. I think with this system I'll have to go back and change some other stuff too. Basically, I put cooldowns on things like idle sounds or alert sounds in certain situations. Like, when they're chasing you, I didn't want them playing alerts and idles at the same time, I believe, and put longer cooldowns on some of those. But it does seem to be working to specifications. Now to actually put it to use for the whole reason I even went and made it. I need to make a function that stops the current sound too. Just to make sure the idle sounds stop on death, and stuff. I think this will work. We did all of this just because we didn't want pain sounds on death, sort of. Pain. The real pain sound, it was coming from me all along. Look at this wall of unreadable nonsense I just made to fix a thing basically nobody will even notice. It's a bit off-putting when you spawn one in front of you. Since it's like I am idling, and then it's like actually alert. Make an idle sound, I dare you. Vow. Okay, idle sound are properly cut off on death. We did it. Sounds are now managed in a slightly less Wild West way. I guess that's good. But only some sounds. Usually sounds that you would imagine the creature is saying. Now to comment this thing so I remember how it works if I ever have to do this again. I want to change how this works a little, hold on. I hate how this looks with the overwrite like this, it hurts me. It's not bad, it's just kind of ugly. I could rewrite this and have it be only like two if statements instead of this if else thing being here. Idle sounds. La 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 la. La la la. Why do I say it like that? Do not buy tickets to that. Now let me try to wrap my brain around why I hate this block of code in particular. We don't need to stop here, we do it down below, so we can flip this. Garm burst, no. I sit here and slave over a hot piece of code, and for this. And this is what I get. This thing. Star overwrite as true. Turn it to false if it runs into a problem. This kind of sucks in its own way though. Please do not allow Garfield to take my place. I will cry. This looks a lot better, to me anyways. It's a lot easier to tell what on earth is happening. I streamed on Monday this week though, didn't I? You can't replace numbers with Garfield. Numbers is still part of me. You didn't see it. It doesn't count. Fair enough. Does is valid work on sounds, I wonder? Seems it does. Actually it don't. It seems it never considers a sound to be valid. So get rid of that line then. Well, I also chatted for like 3 hours in that stream. Since I ran out of ultra kill. Why is this cargo thing alive? Well, the sound thing seems to work. That's something accomplished, Tanai. Good job, me. Alright, now let's see what actually happens if we try to use this on MP3. This guy has lots of 3s. Apparently that GUI has no attack noise. Basically I just need to see what it calculates for duration for MP3 files. Worst case, it's just going to be some random number. Bad news. It's a random number. The pitch is the reason the number is different. However, it seems usable. It's likely not an accurate number, but I was just going to set it to like 3 or 5 anyways. So it should be good enough to just leave it like this. It's fine until I notice it being a problem, I guess. There we go. We have a sound system. Isn't that nice? A system for sounds. Well, now what? Oh yeah, now I need to go and mess with death ragdolls. I have no idea if it's a percentage or not. It defaults to 100, which I would assume is a pitch percent of 100, so no change. If you set it to 50%, the sound gets way longer and way deeper. I am going under the assumption that it's a percentage for the time being. Now let's try to figure out a clean way to link up the NPC and its death ragdoll. Easier said than done, of course. Since I decided to do this in a silly way, like a silly person. How silly of me. I am trying to think of the way to do this that causes me the least amount of suffering. I am paying for the actions of my past self as I misused a function. It's also a bit crude to roll the death sound in like this. Custom def is meant for overriding the def function, but I more or less just used it as one this whole time. So now it's like going to 3 different places ought just make a dead body go ah. Well, it does work. The problem is now I want to make the def functions a bit more consistent so I don't have to have the same def function written into 200 files when it could just be in one for the most part. Since as it stands, basically every single NPC has a custom def function that does just about the same thing. I am trying to think of a good way to clean that up while I add the improved functionality to it. Well, this is the Wednesday stream, so I could go for another hour or so. Lady JY. I don't want to be the delicious. Why have you created this cursed creature? I would be a better mascot than that guy, at least. Some of these songs are quieter than others. No, that is not a new numbers variant. I do not recognize that alter ego. I will not recognize that individual that is wearing my skin. Instead, I will code. Wait, why is this here? New problem found. None of this should be needed. Hold on. this is somehow safer than running the hook. Now. They still drop me. So what's the problem? Why did I add this compatibility function? For what purpose did I do it? A hook should hit every function that listens to it, so it shouldn't be a problem. But surely I wouldn't just do this for no reason, so why did I? What was the numbers of the past thinking? What did numbers know then that I don't remember now? I really should make a quote adding thing, shouldn't I? I'll try to do that sometime next year. That's a long time range. But listen, that's future numbers problem. I can't really think of a reason why this would be a problem. So for now let's just I guess comment this out. Do I use any versioning software? Sometimes I upload it to GitHub because it's open source. But also the last time I did that was like over a year ago because I keep being like, oh, I'll do it after I finish this system. So now the versioning software is, the code from last week is on the server. If I break anything too terribly bad, I can go grab the old stuff from there. Usually I don't do anything complicated enough to warrant versioning. Inconsistent variable names. I think I've figured out how I want to do this now. It's both more convenient and a little bit less convenient at the same time. This isn't really quite God either, but oh well. No, I hate this too actually. This will work. Basically, if custom def returns nothing, do the standard function. If it does return something, do this ragdoll spawning death noise thing. The death sound is now properly integrated with the dying thing. I could do it differently, maybe better. Yeah, let's try something else here. I don't like passing an argument to def sound, so let's just make it use a variable maybe. It should still spawn after death just so it doesn't steal any decals. This is much better already. It makes me happier anyways. This decal spawning thing might be on the way out anyways. since I added a new function for some stuff, but hold that thought. Alright now. Let's see if this thing still retains its variables even when it's technically deleted. So that's a problem. They became immortal. Why though? The hit through. What a pain. It's because of a thing I did elsewhere. Hold on. Test with a different dude for now. He still died, and it ran the code I wanted it to run. Two ragdolls though. Oh yeah, I know why. One problem at a time, please. Why is this function I didn't even touch suddenly having problems? Oh, I see why I forgot to pass the damage info into it. Easy solution. Seems to be working. one ragdoll sound works. Since even the custom functions that use transform ragdoll still do the thing. And as a bonus I can do this, I think. Indeed, still so. Works. Are the death sounds coming out of them properly? I can't tell if it's properly traveling or not. It runs the ragdoll code, as the print's suggestion, but is it actually working? I have no actual idea what they say. It's like a Silent Hill monster noise, so probably reversed weird nonsense. Okay, it works. The death sound travels with the body. That's what I wanted, and it appears to be working. You were going to ask a question but then forgot. I will answer it even though you forgot, maybe. Anyways, time to go delete this function out of like 100 NPCs. Yay. Let's double check this one by fighting a small child. Okay, child destroyed. They do put. A favorite Mary Sue in fiction. To be honest, I like reading, but I don't read a lot of books. Usually I just end up reading bad light novels. And usually light novels don't have Mary Sues in them. They just have ladies that exist to be like, oh you're so handsome, oh you're so cool, I love you intrinsically even though I met you 2 minutes ago. Intrinsically. Don't add that as a quote. I like Mary Sue from Yujo Senki. Her name is literally Mary Sue. It takes the Mary Sue concept and makes it really neat. It's a god-chosen woman sent to go be inconvenient for the main character. Literally a Mary Sue in universe. I mean, she is an actual Mary Sue. She is given powers from God. And doesn't afraid of anything. I don't know. It's hard for me to think of actual Mary Sues in games and books I've read. Usually nothing I play or read has those in it. I guess Overlord kind of had one of those one time, but it's borderline. It also wasn't in the anime yet. I think it got a movie. It's hard for me to think of a clear example of Mary Sue in any of the media I actually liked enough to look at. I don't know. Well, poorly written characters can appear in non-fanfiction stuff as well, surely. It's just easier to see in fanfiction, because you know, the writers are just doing it for fun. Yeah, the term could mean a lot of things. The man who coded these NPCs originally put spaces between the parentheses and the other things, and I am still changing it to this day. Not that it's like bad code or anything, it's just not how I do it. Oh yeah, I meant to ask you guys to give Emma feedback on something. Here, look. I made a new death screen. Please tell me if it's bad or good. Before it just faded the screen pretty dark. I made it do some other stuff and added that text. Also, it does this neat thing where anything red gets enhanced but everything else is black and white. Hold on, let me paint the walls. The red is pretty hard to see actually. Guess it's way harder to see anything at all if you're inside. The dark gray. Yeah, I can do that. The animation. It's hard to slow it down. Basically in the draw function it's like, okay, put it over here one random pixel. And it does that 66 times a second. It's per tick. That's how draw functions work. I could slow it down but it's hell. I'll mess with it later and see if I can get that red showing thing to show red better. As long as the text is neat, that's good. I was worried it would hurt people's eyes. Did it hurt people's eyes at all or was it fine? Well, stop being sick then, Baka. Sorry, that's rude. I hope you get well soon. It might be bigger on smaller resolutions, but I am pretty sure most people are on 1920 x 1080 these days. Is there anyone in the chat that uses a smaller resolution than 1920 by 1080? Oh, this an NPC I don't even use, isn't it? He is broken as all hell. Ignore him for now. I should clear out this old guy. Why did I even keep him in here? What does he even do? A custom verb for leaving respite. It would be cool if I had a bunch of random verbs it could choose from. I don't know why this guy is even in the files, so I am deleting him. Be gone. There's a bunch of leftover code not used in here that I should clean up. It's weird to have this return true instead of false, but oh well. It's correct, just odd. Feels weird. Feels like him always returning false normally. I'm a naysayer, always returning false. I will not rebuild Gary's mod, that stuff is hell. I know someone who did that actually, and they made some super weird stuff. Maybe I'll see if I am allowed to stream their server sometime. But then I'll have to be like, hello, I'm a tuber. I would like to turn your content into my content. Oh hey, this guy needs an updated function, let me write that down for later. Wait, he has a duplicated function. Okay, he doesn't need anything actually. Immediately take it off the list. See you later, Lady J. We need a fancy effect for when wraiths die at some point. Shades got one. Wraiths need one too. Oh yeah, I need to put the death sounds on all these guys. I'll do that next. Actually no, it's already handled. I am so smart, I am so cool. I guess some of them do have effects already. There are so many weird things going on in here, I don't even want to deal with it. I will just put it on the to-do list and worry about it some other time. Now hopefully I'm doing all this right, or suddenly a lot of NPCs are going to become immortal. Find out on the next respite session. Wink. Feels good to clean up the code like this though. Removing a lot of repeated stuff that didn't need to be there. Of course there's a ton more, but oh well, it's nicer a little. Just think of the memory I'm saving. One kilobyte saved. Why did I comment this out? Maybe it looked weird, let's test. Have a nice sleep, Christian. Oh yeah, I turned it off because it does damage. And I decided that WS annoying. I should replace it with a purely visual effect later. Indeed, programming is fun except when it is. Tonight, it's a little fun, because I got some things done actually. I would not eat any of those Uncrustables, they sound very cursed. Putting meat in an Uncrustable sounds like wrong somehow. Savory line. But you aren't usually cooking Uncrustables, are you? Are you supposed to cook them? You only brainstormed more features. Don't worry, I think my Todo list has gained more Todos than I got rid of. It is always like that when I am working on things. I think of more things or find more bugs as I test. It's a curse. But I guess it's better than having no ideas on how to improve things. I have to fix this NPC too. Sometimes crashes you straight to desktop with no warning. The game really does not like making 6 client-side animating entities in the same tick, apparently. I'd have thought. Eventually I'll try to make a game myself, and I will probably also suffer. For now I just do my best with my weird mods. My weird mods that only I will ever see for the most part. Yeah, it's the same tick. I am not sure if that's why it's crashing though. It doesn't crash always, seemingly randomly. I'll probably stagger them and see if it still kills people. Client-side entities are kind of weird in general. Oh god, I still have to fix the footsteps. Half of the NPCs constantly make footstep noises even when they're not supposed to. I keep putting off fixing it because it's a huge pain. Because I have to go find their foot bone, and then draw a line from it. It's a lot of guesswork, it's hell. I have to find a better way to do that or I will go insane. Wow, this is taking a lot longer than I expected. Guess I do have a lot of NPCs. Expression 2 is wild. I never got into that myself, but I remember people making insane things with it. What's starfall? Did wire make an expression too? I haven't really used wire since the servers I run didn't really need it. Interesting. I think we're almost done suffering here. Yeah, this is the Unreal Tournament soundtrack. I put a ton of random things in stream playlist for today. I really need to go find more music that YouTube won't shoot me over. Monster Girl Quest music. I don't remember what a lot of it sounds like. Murder House soundtrack. What's it sound like? Is it comfy? I guess with a name like Murder House it doesn't sound that comfy, more murdery. I'll give it a look after stream then if I remember to. I forgot I coded this rat. I am happy I coded a rat. Sadly it does not spin and play Freebird. I made it for a little Half-Life 2 Coop event I did a while ago. Basically, I put a collectible rat on every Half-Life 2 level. So as we played through them all in one sitting, the person who found the most rats got a Discord thing. Need to refine that system eventually when we do it again eventually. So much to do. Screaming. This is an ultra kill song. It's from the boat. Not that boat. I really have a lot of NPCs. This is becoming painful. I mean, it's a good problem to have, I guess. But also hell when I have to fix a thing I put in literally all of them. Do I stream programming stuff often? I will probably start doing it once a week for a while. Usually at this time. I used to do it more but ended up playing Dwarf Fortress instead for a long time. But I basically ran out of Dwarf Fortress stuff to do, so it will be programming for a while. At least until I get tired of programming on stream, I guess. Yeah, this is the late night time slot. Basically one stream a week is really late, so people of other time zones get to show up or something. Most of the other ones are pretty normal America hours. My sleep schedule is also pretty weird, but I'm used to it at this point. Welcome, dogs. Okay, we are finally done replacing and editing all those functions. We are free. Just double checking. This one is doing some weird stuff, but I might use it later. Oh yeah, you were supposed to see it. I forgot to turn it back on after I showed you the death screen. I did all of that and you didn't even get to see it. Pain. Yeah, networking sounds like hell. I'd hate to do that from scratch. Alright, so it's done at least. It's almost 4 and so I probably used all of the programming power I had for now. Let's head to the chatting screen for a little while. We got some stuff done, at least. Isn't that nice? Hi. The chatting screen. Now what? Two out of my 3 goals done. What were my goals again? I think the to-do list got longer, but the things I added were smaller things, at least. Let me get the schedule. Wait, I forgot to post it. I'll do it after stream. I must have gotten distracted by something. Oh yeah, I was watching a stream and it was funny. That's not my to-do list window. I don't have any dailies. Trivia murder party vibes. I don't know. Indeed, Lies of P tomorrow. Hopefully I'll finish that game and never have to think about the suffering it brought me ever again. I am hoping it will be the last one. Depends on if there's another boss that sucks up all of my time. Thursday Lies of P. Friday Voices of the Void. I fixed my model so I can print it in-game now. Without the incident happening again. And indeed, Saturday we'll do abiotic factor. My current plan is to just play it with viewers. We will become the science team. Basically, it's got a playlist open until like January, so I wanted to get in there and have a good time. I tried it out off stream and made sure a friend could join me, so it should work for viewers to join too. It's a playlist, so it's also free to do that. Thought it would be a good opportunity. Then on Sunday, it's a New Year's party thing, on Twitch. Yeah, it does have Half-Life vibes. I liked the look of what I saw from the little I played. I enjoyed throwing little nets are evil creatures. Little nets, good addition. Indeed, the year to be ending. We will party on Sunday for that. Also, I have no idea what to do for the party. Do you guys have any idea what we should do for a New Year's party stream? Karaoke. I said la 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 earlier, aren't you happy with that? Indeed, Project Melody calls her fans the science team, but also it started as a different meme. Basically, her fans call themselves that because of the meme and it caught on. The origins of the meme are like, someone got an ad that was like, are you seriously watching PR and by yourself? And then the camera turns to a guy and his buds and he says, no, I am with the booze. And then naturally, someone turned the meme into Half-Life 1, and it's a bunch of scientists, and they say no, I am with the science team. Scientists screaming. Yeah, I was responding to Dog since he asked about Project Melody's fans. The chat box stretch. I think I remember how to do that, hold on. Oh my god, that was so good. Why did I make a submarine noise? Did you hear that? Let me do it again. Crip. Chirp. Apparently I can make submarine noises if I try. That's noted. But anyways, I don't know what we'll do for the New Year's party. I'll think of something, I guess. In the past streams I played a game of Dota, but that's a bit harder to do now since they really don't want you to play on more than one account. Basically they came down hard on Smurfs because they were a problem. But that causes a problem for me because the account I played all my Dota on isn't the Tuber stream account. Have a nice sleep, not crazy. So no Dota unless someone asks me to collab, I suppose. So we have to think of a New Year's tradition. The new. There are some streamer settings, but not one that will hide everything. Which is a pain. It's okay, I don't think you guys enjoy watching Dota that much anyways. Dota is a little hard to watch if you don't know what's going on. It's also a little hard to watch if you do know what's going on. See, watching other people play Dota also means you see their chats. Dota chats are a constant source of bad Dota advice. It drives me insane. I am bragging here, but I am a little good at the game, and Dota chats say the dumbest things. It's crazy. Anyways, enough about Dota for now. I'll think of a party thing on Sunday eventually. Or I will just stare at you for 2 hours and then say Happy New Year. That would be kind novel, but maybe not very exciting. To dance stream, I can't dance. The best I can do is this. I mean, I have the 3D model. But I still don't really know how to dance. Nor is the model really ready. I mean, when I do, I am just moving my head around. It's not really a dance. Vash, aren't you deceased right now? Go back to being dead, dead man. I ran out of dwarfing to do. Dwarfing will come back when it receives an update. Probably. This stream has changed. I mean, we used to program all the time. War has changed, indeed. Don't make a tweet longer. Dwarf Fortress will make a return eventually. But for now I have 100 things to program, and also people wanted some programming streams. Winter no. And you make it sound like I was talking about the Metal Gear Yo, no, that was grimy. That was grimy, I tell you. Anyways. What was I saying? We went over the schedule. I mean, I shouldn't blame it all on Grimmy, but it's funnier if I do. Party plans. Yeah, I'll figure something out. If you have anything you'd like to see, let me know. Otherwise it will just be like, I don't know, Ultra Kill. I like Ultra Kill. I did not lie to my viewers, it was right there on the schedule that I forgot to post on Twitter. Don't murade and post at me. Fanfiction reading. Why though? I don't think anyone has written fan fiction about me either, so it just be reading like random fan fiction. Multiplayer Ultra Kill. It's a mod but it's unstable. Anyways, I think that's all I got to say for now. So that's probably about it for tonight. I'll go post the schedule in places after stream. Anyways, thank you all for watching, whether it was live or the VOD. I hope you all have a nice day and or night, and I will see you next time. Dogs how? Never mind. I'm leaving. Oh wait, I forgot to check if we can raid. Well, guess what, we can't, there's nobody alive, it's for